So we're going back to basic but essential vegan recipes. And today what I'm going to show you is a basic, super easy, but super delicious chocolate cake. It only requires a couple of ingredients and you can use it for any time that you want to be using a chocolate cake, be it birthdays, be it special occasions. But at the end, I'm going to be adding in 2 special ingredients to make this the ultimate chocolate cake. So I hope you all enjoy. So the basic part of this chocolate cake starts off like any chocolate cake, and we're just going to cream the vegan butter and the sugar together. Recipe is going to be down below, and the idea is that when you whisk sugar in with the butter, it's supposed to create little air bubbles, thus making the cake lighter. But with vegan butter and just kind of how it melts, I actually don't necessarily think it makes a big difference. So just whisk it until everything is nice and smooth, and then we can combine it with the rest of the ingredients. So to finish off with our wet ingredients, I add a half a cup of coconut milk from a can. And the reason that I use coconut milk is because it is richer, it provides a better flavor. And because I'm not using eggs as a fat, I tend to use like a fattier liquid, but you can feel free to use any non-dairy milk that you want. And then for the dry ingredients, I have some all-purpose flour, some cocoa powder, some baking powder, and then some cornstarch. And then that's it for this basic cake recipe. Now, usually people will say that you want to add in all of your dries or like mix together all of your dries before adding it in. But because this is such a small amount, I actually don't think it makes too big of a difference. So the secret to making this the ultimate chocolate cake is that I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of melted chocolate, as well as 1 teaspoon of instant coffee granules. And the chocolate is going to make this cake nice and moist and even more chocolatey, a little bit more fudgy, a little just more moist. And the coffee, well, coffee and chocolate pretty much grow up together. So they're best friends. They've always kind of been mixed together, and one really elevates the other, and it makes it a stronger flavor, just really a nicer flavor. And look how smooth that batter looks. So this next step is what's going to differentiate the noob, less experienced cake baker from the more experienced professional baker. And that is, I'm putting in parchment paper as well as some butter because you want to get this cake out. It has a better texture with the parchment paper on it, I promise. So put all of the batter in, and then this goes into a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for right around 20 minutes. And I'll actually show you both versions and how they look. So this is the one with the chocolate. It is the ultimate chocolate cake. And you can see that it's a little bit denser, so it's fallen in a little bit. And then this one is the one without. Still an amazing cake. Like, this is the one that I'd probably use for your typical like birthday or wedding cakes because the structure is a little stronger and it's pretty much like your typical cake. Still nice, but the ultimate chocolate cake is definitely more chocolatey, more moist. Like I would say that that's the better cake, although this one is easier to frost and it's gonna be easier to cut. So a trick that I learned from the bakery is if you still want a moist cake but with structure, just make like a simple syrup and dab it over the cake. And then you'll get that moist cake but still have a structure to cut it. Now this is as opposed to the ultimate chocolate cake. It is crumbly, and I think what I should have done was to stick it in the freezer. Like if you wanted to frost it and treat it like a normal cake, stick it in the freezer, let it harden a bit. But I just kind of took this guy right out of the pan because I needed to finish shooting it, and you can see like it is so moist. It's not as heavy as a brownie. It is somewhere in between a brownie and a cake, which is perfect because it is still light, it is still good, so much chocolate flavor. But both cakes are good. I'm like doing a bad job of selling the other one, but you can see that one it's really easy to frost, and of course I will show you guys the insides. So there you go, everybody. I will leave it up to you as to which one you choose to make. But honestly, they're both so easy, just a couple of ingredients from the pantry. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys all again real soon. Bye!